Hey there, and welcome to today's edition of 10 TV Plus. I'm Dylan Robichaud. Yes. We've got Jay Plyburn here.
I love this show.
Me too. After what was a very frigid week last week, we are about to turn over a new leaf here, and things are going to be warming up in a big way.
Walking out the door this morning, it was not a slap in the face like it was every day last week. Still a chilly start to the day.
It was still below freezing, but
yes.
I mean, we're talking 30 degrees warmer than last week. So
which makes a world of difference.
It's all about perspective. And speaking of perspective, on this day, 8 years ago, JP.
You can call me JP. That's fine, DR.
That's your new nickname. On this day, back in 2017, the temperature at John Glenn International Airport, I kid you not, was 78 degrees.
What?
Close to 80 degrees. Wow. Exactly. Back February 24, 2017. Wild to think about it here. I mean, and sometimes with weather, we can tend to get tunnel vision. Okay, this is what impacted us here over the last few days, and this is what will impact us here going into the future. But sometimes it's helpful to kind of zoom out and look at the broad picture, and just shows sometimes, even in late February, we can get these climatic extremes here across Ohio. Right now, as we look at the forecast highs heading into this afternoon, I have Chillicothe at 49 degrees, Piketon at 51, 50 down there in the great town of Jackson, and then it gets a little bit colder as we head further north of I-70. Now, take a look at this right here. Heading into Wednesday, we're going 57 degrees for the daytime high. That will be miraculous, near 60, and then it drops on down for Thursday and Friday as some colder air moves back into central Ohio. As we head towards Wednesday, that will be the warmest day. The reason why is because the jet stream is way up here. That allows that warm conveyor belt. We tap into that warm air from the deep south. We're up near 60 degrees here heading into Wednesday. And if we're in 60, what do you think the weather is going to be like down in Georgia and Mississippi? It'd be a lot warmer down there, probably low 80s down towards the Gulf states. All right, spring countdown. 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, we'll call it 24 days. We can make it March 20th, 2025. And if we look back at previous climates, almost always in March, we get one more slap in the face with cold air. I'm not seeing it right now, but just letting you know that typically over the last several years, typically it's normal to get one more cold snap here in March. For the first couple days of March, though, the new month is going to be rolling in like a lamb. Below average to the north, above average to the west, but we're like the white part of the Oreo cookie. Looking at temperatures near normal heading into the first few days. Now, rainfall will be slightly above average, not just for us, but really for most of the lower 48 as the pattern kind of ramps up a little bit more and we get some activity heading our way. Temperatures are going to be actually warming up quite a bit. Wednesday, we're well above normal. They get a little bit cooler by the weekend, and then things go back up above normal. But for perspective, last week when we had that extreme cold, we were way down here in the dark blue. So we're not looking at any major heat waves, but we're also not looking at any significant cool downs anytime soon. We're going to be looking at a very nice, consistent pattern heading into the future. A little bit of rainfall on the way as we head after midnight tonight. This will be a low impact event. So we're not going to hype it up. We're not going to give it any more attention than it deserves. But I'm letting you know, in case you have to be out there traveling or maybe you work third shift, this will be impacting some of you, so let's talk about it. Today, we have a dry day, but as we head past midnight tonight, showers start to kind of march into the area. This is going to be about a 6-hour window of showers from midnight until 6 a.m. By daybreak, before daybreak, these showers move out, and then the sun comes up at 7 a.m. Where is the rain? Way out towards Cambridge. So most of you guys will be dry by that 7 o'clock hour as the sun rises. Now, as we look at rainfall amounts, like I've been saying, low impact event. Just a few hundredths of an inch down to the south, and then higher amounts as we head north and west of town. Places like Marion, Bucyrus, maybe 1 or 2 tenths of an inch. We are looking at heavier rainfall up there, and then lighter rainfall as we head south and east of town. Once you get down towards Athens and Jackson, looking at just a few hundredths of an inch. For the month of February, we are actually riding a rainfall surplus. And the reason why is because, remember last weekend, we had about 2 inches of rainfall just in one sitting. Now for the month, we are running that surplus of about 1 inch, so that's good. Looking at your forecast for today, we are going to be well above normal here as we head into the afternoon by about 10 degrees. 50 degrees here by 4 o'clock. Notice that the sun kind of goes behind the clouds and the clouds will get thicker. That's because the atmosphere is getting ready and getting juiced up for that next system that comes in late tonight that will drive in some shower chances. So round 1 of the rain will be on Tuesday morning, early tomorrow morning, and then round 2 comes in on Wednesday. This would actually be a Wednesday evening event. And as we head towards 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, late Wednesday night, we are tracking a cold front. I will say this next cold front is looking a lot stronger than the one that we have tonight. So rainfall amounts tonight, like we said, about 1/10 of an inch. This could drop maybe 1/4 of an inch. So we're talking twice the impact. Heading into Thursday, though, by sunrise, again, most of Thursday will be dry. And then as we head towards Thursday night, we have a third round of rain, which we'll talk about right now. And we get this wraparound moisture as we get that cold air coming in from the north. And I want to point something out. By about 8 p.m. on Thursday night, see this little purple, pinkish blotches on the map? That would be a little bit of snowfall kind of mixing into the equation. So we want to talk about that as well. Heading into Friday, that rolls on out of here. Saturday and Sunday are looking pretty good as of right now. Temperatures will be back down to the 30s, but still nowhere near as cold as what we have seen in days past. So we're definitely not going to be complaining about that. I just want you to be ready as we're going to
I'm going to complain about it.
Well, everybody does.
We got to get your maps updated. Those are 28 days in February.
28?
Yeah, that's
29.
okay. We'll work on that after that. 28.
Or 28. Oh, yeah, last year was a leap year.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
That's okay.
No, I appreciate that, though.
Always looking out for you,
Yeah.
DR.
Absolutely. So, are you a space guy?
It depends on the day of the week. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I love space.
The correct answer is yes.
Yes.
You are a space guy. Folks, I kid you not, we are going to have something cool happening this week. We are going to have a planetary alignment here.
Ooh.
All right. Now, the best view will be tonight and tomorrow night. Of course, the alignment is best. As it pertains to Central Ohio, we could be looking at some clouds and whatnot that kind of get into the mixture here. But Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Venus, Neptune, Saturn, and Mercury, all 7 planets will be visible here. All 8 in the solar system. Sorry, Pluto. I guess we can't count that one.
Dwarf planet.
Yeah,
right?
dwarf planet. Hey, very good, very good.
See, I know a thing or two.
So obviously Pluto, we're not including that, but in Earth, obviously, but we're on Earth, right? So, but yeah, the other planets. So you'll be able to see 7 of them. Out of the 7, only 5 will be visible here because we will be looking at some issues with in terms of light that they give off. The best time would be tonight and tomorrow night. They'll also be visible Wednesday and Thursday. The brightest planets will be Venus and Jupiter, but you will need a telescope if you want to get out there and see Uranus and Neptune because they won't be bright enough to see with the naked eye.
This is pretty fascinating. Also known as a planetary parade, I think.
A planetary parade.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool, though?
I love it. I do. I need to get some good binoculars though, so I can actually get a glimpse of this. I'm sure there'll be stuff all over social media, people posting.
I'm a little bit concerned about the amount of cloud cover that we could have, but you know what? Hey, maybe you're one of those people that gets in the car and goes elsewhere.
Go someplace clear.
Yep, to see where you can see it. All right, time for a little bit of weather trivia right now. Today we are talking about clouds.
Hey, we're just talking about these guys.
Oddly enough. So these are wispy clouds very high up in altitude. Like we're talking high up, like 40, 50,000 feet. All right, let's get a look at the possible answers. We have option A, cumulus clouds. Option B, cirrus clouds. Fog or cumulonimbus clouds.
I'm going to go with B, cirrus clouds.
Jay, you're getting better at that.
Yes!
You're getting a lot better at that. Sometimes these clouds can go up to 50,000 feet. So cirrus clouds go very high up in the atmosphere. But let's get a look here at the different types of clouds out there. All right, so cirrus clouds, you can see 40,000 feet, sometimes 50,000 feet. But there's different subcompartments of cirrus. Sometimes you get cirrocumulus, and then other times you can get cirrostratus. Typically, these are when you can see the sun, but I like to call it a filtered sunshine. It looks like the sun is being filtered, and so you can't see it quite as bright. And then the mean line, as we call them, would be cumulonimbus. Those ones can extend from the ground up to 40,000 feet.
That's a cool graphic with all the clouds on it there.
Yeah, those produce thunderstorms, and then of course your stratus clouds, your cumulus are all fair weather clouds that are typically down closer to the ground. And then your nimbostratus, those are going to produce heavy rainfall. So like tonight when we have rain coming in, we have more rain Wednesday night, those would be produced by nimbostratus.
What are the ones that look like animals? And that's more the cumulus and the stratocumulus.
If you're going to be laying out, putting your head back and looking up at the clouds, typically cumulus, because cumulus clouds change very quickly. And so within a couple of minutes of looking, if you lay down and look at one cloud and you're tracking it, they change very quickly.
Fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
I love
All
the
right.
clouds.
Is that more than anything that you wanted to know about clouds?
More, please.
More,
That's
please.
good for now.
All right, that will do it for us here on 10 TV Plus. Don't worry though, Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz will be tracking the rain tonight. He's here at 10 TV News starting right at 6.
See ya.